I hope you're having a nice day. I'm here to review my makes for March, and you guys will be watching this in April, so I've just missed March. I've actually only got 3 to show you today, which is possibly the first time I've ever done exactly what I said I was going to do, and that's just because I had hardly any time. So I only just showed you guys the fabric haul last week, and I've had about 5-6 days, including the Easter break, to make up everything. But I've done it, and I'm here to show you. So I will start with this, which is the ultimate shirt made out of a rayon that we have in the shop. I'll stand up so you can see. This is the length of the ultimate shirt, and it's got a nice little kind of dip, slightly lower dip to the back. I'm going to tuck it in because I do think I would probably wear it tucked in more than... Sorry, there's a mirror there, which is why I'm turning like that. Yeah, I think I probably wear it tucked in more than I would out. So you can see there is a traditional cuff, which has got bias binding there, pleats, etc. And then we've got a collar with a separate collar stand as well. So it's quite involved, it's quite a lot of detail. And I've got buttons. Didn't button up here because I quite like that relaxed look of not having buttons all the way to the top, so that was just purely a style choice from me. But if you were to do the class, you can button it all up, and yeah, there it is. I decided also not to top stitch. You can top stitch around your collar and around your cuff, but I personally don't really like top stitching on this kind of shirt, so I decided not to do that. Anyway, I'm really pleased with it, and it's really nice to have a kind of a bit more of a worky shirt in my wardrobe. I think I haven't made a shirt like this since I made the sample for the ultimate shirt, so 2 years maybe, and I had forgotten how involved it was. It's taken me a full day, and I actually have just finished it. I'm filming this at the end of the day, and I've just finished making this. So yeah, it's a good day's sewing. It's just all the little details like the cuff detail and the collar detail, and you just can't skip corners and you just can't rush it. So I'm glad I took my time because it means I've got a nice finish to it, which I'm pleased with. So in terms of what I changed the original pattern, so what I did is I didn't put the darts in. So there was meant to be waist darts here that sort of come basically either side of the waist, so one continuous dart, and the same at the back. And the back, it was meant to run, I'll pull it back out again, it was meant to run all the way down to add some shaping, and the side seams were meant to be taken in. So I basically just took all the shaping out of it, so it's a much looser fit because of the nature of the fabric, and also personally I don't want a fitted shirt, I just wanted a loose one. So, and I'm really pleased actually. I was a little bit worried about doing it, and especially after doing it for a day, sewing for a day. I was like, if this doesn't look good, I'll be really upset. But I do really like it, and I think I'll wear it a lot to work. And because it's such a lovely light fabric, I think it'll be great through spring. But for now, I'm going to wear it with a cardi. But yeah, I really like it. It's really nice. It's so soft. The only thing that's not great about this fabric is it does crease, and you'll see there it's creased a little bit from being tucked in, so that's kind of annoying. But then I think if it was a dress or a skirt, then that would be more annoying, but as a top it's not so important because you kind of, I feel like you don't crease top fabric as much because you're not sitting on it, so it's fine. So that is my first make. I'm gonna now get my next one, and this is number 2. So this is out of the lovely Cornflower Faux Silk that we've got in just recently. And what I did is, if I show you, I've just started off with the block from my books over at Vintage, and I elongated, so I lengthened the sleeves, and then I copied the curve from the Bettine dress that I'm making for my pattern review. And so I gave it a nice scoop neck, and I also copied the idea of top stitching the facing down, which is really great because it stops it from rolling out. So I decided to give it a little bit, I think I gave it a little bit of a curve here, slight like dip up there. It's just a bit more flattering than a wide cut there. There's no darts in it because it's just the basic bodice block, so it's a loose fit. But it was really easy to sew up. I'm going to tuck it in as well. So I think that's probably how I'll wear it, tucked in more. I don't know. Perfect basic top though, it really is, and it's really simple. So if you guys have the Sew Over It Vintage book, then you can draft the bodice block and you just basically curve down. So you start off with the shoulder seams quite square at the top, quite straight from the neckline. You just need to tip them, because otherwise if you don't, then it will be too much. You won't be able to lift your arms up. So you bring it down at an angle, the shoulder seams, and just elongate them down to the length of the sleeve that you want. And then you just create a curve underneath, which you should have already, a nice curve from your sleeve on the block. So just elongate that curve as well. So elongate, lengthen is the word. Lengthen the curve and that line, so you've got that. And then, yeah, that was it. And then I'm basically copying a neckline that you like. I mean, whether you can do that by hand and just copy by eye, or whether you've got a pattern that you like, you could create a scoop neck. So like I said, I did this from the Bettine, but you could use any pattern. So yeah, and it's just then I created a facing. So when you create a facing, you basically lay your pattern piece on top of a blank piece of pattern paper. You trace off the curve of the neckline, and then you measure down, usually about 7 centimeters, all the way around to create a mirroring piece that can be then joined to the same mirroring piece at the back for a facing, and then attach it like a regular facing. And then that's top stitched about 1 inch down, I think. I don't know if that's what I did on the Bettine. I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know if that, I think I looked in the instructions to see what she did, but I can't quite remember. It's 2 to 2.5, it's around that. But of course you don't have to do the top stitching if you don't like it. Normally I don't like it, and I've just literally said I don't like top stitching on shirts and things. But for this I thought it was nice, and it kind of just emphasised the curve, the scoop neck. So yay! And yeah, it was great for time. I think I made it in about 3 hours, including cutting out. So it's a nice easy one. You could do it in an evening or a morning. So yeah, I think it wouldn't work in cotton. I just think that you need to make it in a drapey fabric. So a lightweight drapey fabric like this, like a rayon or sort of a fake crepe de chine like this is, that would be great. But anything stiffer like a cotton is just not going to feel as you know, you've got the movement that you need. So that was make number 2, and on to the last one, which I am not yet sure if I like or not. I just don't know how I'm going to wear it, but we shall talk it through together. Okay, just a sec. Oh my gosh, guys, the most annoying thing has just happened. As I took my last top off, I got lipstick on it, and I basically stained it. So I've worn it all of 2 minutes and I've already got a stain on it. I am so annoyed. So I've been scrubbing frantically in between these shots trying to get it out. So I'm a little bit flustered now. I think I have got it out. I hope so. Really, really annoying. Not as annoying as the time that I made a beautiful Joan dress and then got biro on it on the first day. That was very annoying because biro definitely doesn't come out very easily. Anyway. Here I am in my Anderson blouse. I shall show you, step back so you can see. So I have put the pleats in, and I have gathered it into a band that goes on the bottom, and I've made the sleeves a little bit narrower, although they are a bit too wide, and they're also very long. Not quite sure what has happened there. And what else can I show you? There it is from the back. I can't work out if I think it looks better like this or if it looks better like this or tucked in. I'm going to try it on afterwards for you guys, tucked in, because I'm used to seeing these blouses tucked in. I normally wear them tucked in, so it feels a little bit different like this. And I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with it. It's not really turned out as lovely as the customer that I saw at the knitting and stitching shows, who I know you've said hi in the comments, so hey. Mine doesn't look as good as yours. I think there's too much fabric, so whether this particular jersey is too thick and it doesn't work well as with this, maybe that's the problem, or maybe I needed to bring the side seams in and just get rid of some of the volume because I didn't need as much of it. I don't know, because yeah, it's just a little bit bulky at the bottom. but it's cool. It's very casual, but I kind of feel like it's quite 80s, which isn't really my vibe. And I don't know if it's because I've made it in grey, like a Marl grey, and it's kind of got a flash dance. Is it flash dance? Yes, it's flash dance, the dancing video. Whether it's kind of that sort of vibe, I feel I might need to have some leg warmers on. I'm wearing it with my ultimate trousers anyway. Oh, it's opening. Anderson Blouse still does that. Yeah, it's for extra skinny. I think definitely I need to wear it with skinny jeans or skinny trousers, because then it makes it more flattering, and because it's not particularly, it's quite shapeless when it's loose and out, you kind of need to make sure that you're not wearing baggy trousers as well, because then the whole look is a bit loose and shapeless. So definitely need to wear it with skinnies, but hang on there, and I'm going to try it on with some other trousers. I've got some other trousers and I'm going to tuck it in, and we can decide if we think it looks better tucked in. Okay, here it is tucked in to some Decades of Style trousers, nice coral ones. Do we think that's better? I still think it feels a little bit 80s. I think it's because it's maybe the shoulders feel quite broad in this fabric, and in a soft, delicate silk that I normally make out of, it doesn't just, it sits better. So maybe it's just quite heavy up here, and that's why I think 80s, big shoulder pads. But yeah, I definitely think I would wear it more tucked in like this. Although you then do get a bit of extra bulk there, so maybe I should have made it shorter if I was going to wear it tucked in, because there's no point in having that extra length. But it's definitely a bit more me, a bit more my style tucked in, I think. So there we go. We try these things, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And looking back at my other makes for the past few months, I've realised pretty much everything I've made, I've been like, yeah, it was great, it was great. And I was thinking you guys might get a bit annoyed with everything always going brilliantly. So this didn't go brilliantly. But if you want to have a go at it and maybe try, I would try making sure you're really using a really lightweight jersey. Take some of the volume out of the sleeve, because it doesn't work well with jersey when there's so much volume in there. And maybe take some of the volume out as well from the side seam, so there's not quite as much. But you have to be careful, because you don't want to take too much out, so that it will then open. So, but a little bit might help. I'm still being decent. And of course you can do a catch stitch like you could with the silk variety version of this, but it would show more, I think, a catch stitch in jersey. So you might want to make sure you've got a vest on underneath, just to make sure you don't flash everything. But anyway, there we go. There are my 3 makes for March. So 2 successes and 1 kind of success. An interesting experiment, at least, anyway. So I've cut my Bettine out, and I'm going to start making that soon. So I'm hoping that will be next week or the week after. I'm not sure if my fabric haul will come first for April, so I've got that to film as well. So we will see. But I hope you found that interesting, and do remember to check the comments below. I always put links to everything that I talk about, whether it's patterns, fabrics, whatever. I'll put a link to it below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you do. Click the subscribe button, which is, I don't actually know where it is. I feel like an air hostess. But that is it for now. I am going tonight, I'm dreading it, although it's always fine when I get there, but I'm going to circuit training, which is something I do in my local park on a Tuesday night. And every Tuesday I wake up and go, oh, tonight I've got to do that. But then I get there and it's like, I feel amazing afterwards, and we properly pushes us really hard. But it's chucking it down with rain, so I'm slightly less enthused today, because I will be down on the wet mud and cold concrete doing press-ups and horrible things that I can't do. But anyway, it's my only exercise, I have to do it, it's good for you, endorphins and all that. So think of me in that horrible cold rain, miserable. I hope you're going to have a nice cozy evening doing something that you enjoy. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!